Wyson, Wyson, Wyson. What am I gonna do? You're my only friend in all of Gellinor. You won't even pay attention to me.
Would you like some woad leaves?
Oh my goodness, the free-to-play series, it was awful, Wyson. I'm now shouting at you across the house, Wyson. Would you please come back here? Thank you. I appreciate that you listen to me when nobody else will.
Do you want some woad leaves?
2 episodes, that's all we got out of free-to-play hardcore. And I have no idea, Wyson. Should I start again? Is it even worth it? Or do people want to see me do Cook's Assistant 17 times? Only to get killed for AFKing? Because I'm a noob?
Are you sure you don't want woad leaves?
No, I still don't want any woad leaves. I think that's what I have to do, Wyson. No, I don't want any woad leaves. I have to do another free-to-play Ironman.
Woad.
I don't want any woad leaves. Hey guys, how's it going? We are back and welcome to part 1 of my second attempt at a free-to-play hardcore Ironman account. If you'll recall, the first attempt did end pretty spectacularly with me getting killed by a king scorpion because I was AFKing like a complete noob. So yeah, we are going to make a second attempt at it. It was unanimous support in the comments of the second episode, which is as far as I got on that season. I'm going to call it a season because God knows how long it's going to take me to actually get deep into one of these series. But yeah, also, I hope you enjoyed the little interaction at the beginning of the video. My best friend Wyson and I, we were having a bit of a spat. He always wants to talk about woad leaves. I'm not quite as interested in talking about woad leaves unless I'm doing goblin diplomacy. Anyways, as you were seeing right there, we actually did have to go through Tutorial Island. I could not for the life of me find Skippy. I don't know if he's only there for certain days, like once things are released, but yeah, I had to go through the entirety of Tutorial Island. Maybe it's just a free-to-play thing, but it was kind of annoying. And then right off the bat, and I was actually streaming all of this, so if you aren't already following me on Twitch, hit the link in the description below and you'll be able to go see my channel there. Make sure to follow me so you can see when I go live with this series. But yeah, we were in stream and the stream was like, hey, do Cook's Assistant just right off the bat. So that's indeed what I did. Started Cook's Assistant, grabbed all the stuff, and immediately, less than a minute in, I got all the way up to 5 cooking. And certainly can't complain about that. Now, one thing I want to clear up really early is that, yes, the first couple of episodes are for cooking, the first couple of episodes are going to be pretty darn similar. I am doing some stuff different between this season and the season that I just did. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be doing stuff different because I died in the other one, and I don't want to be doing that in this one. But for the first couple episodes, it's going to be fairly similar. Now, I am spacing the episodes out pretty broadly, so you won't see a ton happen in the first 2, or a ton of different stuff happen in the first 2 episodes. And that's because really the first 2 episodes are just going to be me doing quests and getting prepared for Dragon Slayer or the higher level content. The bulk of this series, I mean, my obvious super long-term goal is to work towards max. I don't think I will ever max the account because you would have to kill, I think it's like 850 hill giants or moss giants to get enough big bones to get 99 prayer, and that's just basically impossible. So working towards those long-term goals of, fighting Obor, getting into the 750 worlds, there's going to be a lot of very grindy stuff, so I'm not going to have as much content in the episodes, but they will be more frequent. Whereas previously, and what's currently happening with my Ironman account, that's still actually active, by the way, that series has not ended, it's just taking a long time, is that I packed a ton of content into every episode so that I would have to do a ton of stuff to get the episodes ready. And now that I'm moving into the more long-term stuff, it's taking a very long time to get that done. So my current plan with this series is to do a lot of shorter episodes with packed with content, but that way I can get the series out even quicker for you guys as opposed to having to wait like an entire week for the second episode. This way I can do this and have it ready like 3 days later, and hope you guys appreciate that. But yeah, as you can see, we are going through some of the very early quests, trying to get some money and stuff together. I decided not to do Stronghold of Security right off the bat. I know the Dead Man Moan tournament has just started, so you've probably seen a lot of people doing that. But yeah, I instantly went for Witch's Potion. Didn't fail to burn the meat again this time. I've certainly learned my lesson at this point. Did Ernest the Chicken. I will still never be able to remember that, no matter how many times I have to restart this damn series. Anyways, speaking about those long-term goals, I kind of want to go over them again with you. I've had a little bit of a change of heart on some stuff after, doing the first season of this series. One of the big, kind of early but not super long-term goals is to get to the 500 total level worlds. And basically, once I get there, that'll be the permanent world that I stay on until I get to the 750 worlds. And that's just a really nice goal because it requires you to train up all your stats to, get to that point. Obviously, you're not going to rush 99s to get up to a 500 total level world. And I think that's a good way to kind of mold the account from the beginning and get it all set out. By the way, I know this is the second time I've said this so far, and I said it in the episode that I did in the first season. There is an absolute ton of dialogue in Romeo and Juliet. It is really annoying. I was basically just sitting back in my chair watching YouTube videos and holding down the space bar because of how long they would talk for. It's ridiculous. But anyways, going back to the goals, obviously I want to kill Obor and get everything I can as a free-to-play player. Get the Rune Kite Shield, get the Rune Full Helm, get full Rune basically, and do all that kind of stuff. But something that I was talking about in the clan chat, by the way, if you're not in the clan chat, go ahead and join Iron Zrenner. Not the name of this account. This account is named Free to Play Zrenner. You're going to want to join the clan chat for Iron Zrenner. But we were talking in there, and I had a really, really good idea. A very long-term goal, because it's going to take a lot of work to get to, is that I can work towards a bond, get enough money for a bond, which I think is about 3 million gold right now, which is incredibly difficult for a free-to-play player to get. It will probably take me a couple of months of pure grinding just to get that, depending on what I do for it. But once I get that bond, bonds only work for 14 days, so I will basically have 14 days to do one of two things. And the first thing that we talked about is something that I don't want to do. I don't want to just get a bond and then spend the entire 14 days trying to make enough money on members to get another bond. That just doesn't sound fun to me. Yes, it would get me into the members game, but I don't really have an interest. I want to keep this a free-to-play series. So everything I do needs to be something that a free-to-play player can do. So making the money to get the bond is something that every free-to-play player can do. It's very difficult, but everybody can physically do it. And what I want to do with those 14 days is I want to go into members and have 14 days to get all of the cool members, or all the cool stuff that I can use on my free-to-play account but can't access and have to get from members, like rune scimitars. So I'll get all of my stats trained up so that I'm able to, fight fire giants and all that stuff, and then go in with this bond and have 14 days to get all the cool free-to-play shit that you can't get on free-to-play worlds, which sounds weird, but there's actually quite a lot of stuff. And I think that's a really good idea. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. Obviously, that's very far in the future, 10, 20 episodes. But yeah, this is actually going to be the end of this episode, just doing a little bit of training here, getting ready for crafting. Make sure to keep your eye out for the second episode. Should be coming in about 3 days. I actually already have all the clips together, so I'm just going to go ahead and edit that after I finish up here. And then I will go ahead and get that rendered and scheduled to upload probably for this Friday is what I'm thinking. But yeah, again, I hope you have enjoyed this start of Season 2, and I will see you guys later.